In today's video, I've got a tough weed in my yard that's gigantic and it's going to be very challenging to kill, especially this time of year. But I want to throw my best products at it and see if we can knock it out. And the reason is, if I can control this weed in this yard this time of year, then it's going to give me great confidence to be able to control a lot of other weeds in yards that may be a better time of year or when the weed's at a younger state or an older state. So let me show you the weed. I'm going to show you the products we're using, and we're going to go head to head with a gigantic weed. Today's video is sponsored by Graham Spray Equipment. You see my 400-gallon Graham spray rig on the back of my truck. I've been using this piece of equipment for years, and I've said before that I don't know of any piece of equipment I've ever owned from lawn care perspective that I've got more of a return on investment than my Graham spray rig. If you need a spray rig for your business, go to grahamsc.com or give those guys a call. All right, so let me show you the weed that we're looking at, and then we'll show you the products. We'll spray the weed, and we're going to check back on the results. All right, here's the yard, and other than a lot of golf cart action riding across the yard, which is not exactly helping the color of it, it's looking okay. We're filming this in June, and what I want to show you is the weed we're going after today. Now, this weed is called dallisgrass. You can see the seed head on the dallisgrass, which is uniquely different from bahia grass or crabgrass. I mean, I don't know of other seed head of a weed around here that looks like that one. It's pretty obvious, but this is a giant clump of dallisgrass. Now, ideally, I would go after this in the fall. Is probably your best time to get rid of dallisgrass, unless you use the illegal secret weapon. It's not so secret, but MSMA is a product that's no longer legal on residential properties that works well in a Bermuda grass lawn to get rid of dallisgrass. We're not using that. We're going to use some of the legal options and see if we can't knock this out. So let me show you the products we're using. We'll spray it and then we'll see what happens. And even though the yard looks pretty good, the other thing you'll notice where the yard holds water, there is a absolute bumper crop of nutsedge. We're going to probably spray that in some other videos and see which products work the best on the nutsedge. So here's the two products we're going to be using today. First, we've got Tribute Total, which is used on Bermuda and zoysia lawns. Again, in the fall would probably be ideal. A lot of times they'll say to use it a couple times in the fall. So let's say you spray dallisgrass, which is a perennial weed. Okay, so our pre-emergence not going to help us much in this situation. You can't just, like a lot of times in my area, the crabgrass will die out when it gets cold, and you spray a pre-emergent before the next year's germination, and then you don't have it anymore. Well, it doesn't work like that with the dallisgrass, so you got to use these post-emergent products. Well, Tribute Total is labeled for Bermuda zoysia lawns. You can spray it in the fall, maybe October, again in November, and then if it's still hanging around, you can spray it the fall and spring. So the other thing you can do with dallisgrass is use glyphosate on a dormant Bermuda lawn, but we obviously are not dormant and we are in the summertime. So we're going to go high rated Tribute Total and then high rated Dismiss, which is, I believe, 12 ounces per acre, and it also has on the label broken down for you per 1,000 square feet, which is what I'm using when it comes to these gallon sprayers. So per 1,000 square feet, I usually equate that to about 1 gallon of water, these 2-gallon sprayers. And so I've already got it mixed up. These are these battery powered sprayers that I've switched over to this year and started using a lot more of. So we got it mixed up, high rates. Let's spray it, and then we may have to hit it with something else later if this doesn't knock it out. Other thing, I do have surfactant in the mix. One thing you may want to know with this high rated Dismiss, in the summertime you may get some discoloration in the turf, which I'm okay with. I'm not going to blanket spray the yard. That would be quite expensive, especially with Tribute Total. But I have waited till cooler temperatures. I actually can see the moon up there. Okay, so it's cooled off significantly. We're not at our daytime high temperatures, so I think turf discoloration is less likely. I've been out spraying yards all day, been hot and sweaty, so make sure you're wearing your PPE. I've got my rubber boots on, long sleeves, long pants, and you want to make sure that you are wearing your rubber gloves. So let's spray it. We'll check on the results. All right, let's see what happens. Now, I'll be interested to see what kind of discoloration we get and what else we're going to have to spray to hopefully control this weed. One thing I like about this video is I really don't know how it's going to end at the moment I'm filming this. I don't know if we're going to be able to kill it or not, how much control we're going to be able to get, how much damage we're going to do to the turf in trying to control it. So I'm looking forward to seeing the end of this video as well. We'll check back soon. So it's been about 7 days since we sprayed this weed. Let's see what's going on with this big clump of Dallas grass. I got to think through my next steps. Maybe later today or soon I can spray it with something else, because it's not dead. I'll give you, go ahead and drop that hint, but we're not done with it yet. We'll see if we can knock it out. All right, 1 week in, and we sprayed it with Tribute Total and sulfentrazone. And one thing I'm happy to see is not that much discoloration on the Bermuda grass. You look right around here. Now, I was pretty accurate with my application, if I say so myself, trying to not spray all the surrounding turf. There's some brown over here. That's because it's next to a sidewalk and it's been super hot and dry. So that's what I believe that's attributed to, because you get out here where there's more water, it's not as brown. So here's what we got. We did some stuff. Not putting up a seed head, hadn't been mowed in probably over a week, no seed head, and definitely some discoloration. So I mean, it's effective. Now this is a huge challenge. So let me dig through my bag of tricks, see what else we can spray it with, and then we'll keep checking on it, see if we can't at least make this thing very sick. Again, fall would have been a much better time to go after this weed, but we're trying basically in the summer, without using MSMA, what can we do for Dallas grass to at least give us some pretty good visible results, if not knock it all the way out. Well, it's been a couple more weeks since we sprayed the weed. I want to show you what it looks like, because the results are impressive, but the video's not over yet because there's a little bit more work to do. All right, yard's looking decent. As I scroll down where the gigantic Dallas grass was, what do you find? You find this. Now, 2 mistakes here that I think people can make, and I know this from experience being on YouTube and reading the comments, mostly positive, but definitely get plenty of negative ones as well. One comment I can see coming up here, go ahead and leave it if you want to, that's fine. You killed everything. You killed the grass. That's all you did, was just kill the grass. Well, that's not true, actually. There was a giant weed there. But you can see Bermuda grass right there, Bermuda grass there, Bermuda grass growing right there. The Bermuda grass is green. It just didn't have room to grow. So I did not kill the Bermuda grass around it. The second mistake I think you can make right here is, and this one may be the one I almost made, was thinking that I actually killed the Dallas grass. I still don't think it's dead. I see a little bit of tinge of green in there. Now, it's not growing much at all. I mean, it is not doing well, but I don't think it's dead. But this is extremely impressive results if you know anything about trying to kill Dallas grass within 2 applications. These are outstanding results. But what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna hit it one more time with a Tribute Total, and I'm hoping that that will finish it off. But I do believe if I did not do anything to this weed right now, that it would survive and it would grow back, and next year it would be here again. That's my own personal thought. Maybe not, but anyway, it's definitely not doing well. Let's see if we can finish it off with one final application. All right, hitting it with Tribute Total one more time. We'll give this a little bit more time, see if we can find a dead weed, and hopefully that Bermuda grass will continue to fill in. We'll check back soon. All right, we're here for the final checkup, and I want to pronounce this weed dead, but I want you to see it for yourself and determine that. There is one speck of green in it, so I'll let you make the determination, but for the video's sake, I'm calling it dead. Let's take a look. It's been about another week since we sprayed it last, the 3rd application, and there's what we've got left. And you say, Jason, where's the green? I'm seeing just like the tiniest bit of green right there below my finger. So I don't know. I think it's dead, unless you think that I just burned a hole in the ground. I don't think so. I mean, look at the Bermuda grass. It's green. Green Bermuda. Now, there wasn't Bermuda there because there was a gigantic weed. But I believe we killed it without harming the Bermuda grass, essentially, which is, and I went after the giantest one in the yard because I thought if I can kill that one, we'd kill any of them. That was my thought. So hopefully this is helpful in showing you how to knock out gigantic Dallas grass in your yard without using MSMA, which is not legal on residential properties. that was an exciting battle. It looks like we won. I'm calling it a victory. And I appreciate you watching. If you want to get a weed control and fertilization like me, you can go to lawncarelife.com. That's where there's resources like the Weed Control and Fertilization Academy. There's pricing charts. There's a lot of stuff over there. There's also where you'll find information about the Lawn Care Life Conference, which is an event we put on. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.